Hey guys, or I should say good morning. I have been up for maybe an hour or so, maybe a little bit longer. I've already had breakfast. I was going to take you guys and film up there, but it's just really awkward trying to carry everything and the camera at the same time. And there were a lot of people out there too. So tomorrow morning though, I'm going to get up a lot earlier because I've got to meet my excursion. I think it's 7:30? 7:40, somewhere around in there. It doesn't look like it's going to be a sunny day today. Let me show you outside. Oh, I forgot I locked it. I was like, why won't it open? I'm planning on sitting out there at some point today. It's pretty cold, but I'll just have to bundle up because I was like, I want to enjoy that balcony. Or at least I could sit in the bed and enjoy looking outside. I could do that too. But anyway, I've got a few activities I've got planned for today. There's going to be a shore excursion talk. I think there's going to be a cooking demonstration, so I'm going to go to that. And I'm definitely going to take you guys to the cooking demonstration. Hopefully I'll get a good seat. It's going to be in a small area, and I don't know why they do that because a lot of people want to see it. Anyway, that's been one of the complaints about a lot of different cruises. They have stuff that everybody wants to see and then they put it in a small area, but I'll see what I can do. So anyway, that's sort of the plan for the day. Just kind of relax, not do a whole lot. So a couple things this morning, maybe a couple things this afternoon, and then tomorrow is Florence, and I am so excited. I think it's supposed to rain, but I'm still very excited.
Cooking demo. We've got some amazing chefs up here, but right now I'd like to introduce the man with the plan, the man that's going to provide you guys food all week long. It is our senior chef, Soman.
Hello, everybody.
Now, Soman is going to talk to you guys through. We've got each of our 4 specialty restaurants here on board. We've got 4 different dishes, and again, like I said, if you want a sample, you're going to want to come on down here to the lower level so they can reach you guys. And how are you doing this morning?
Great.
You can't be better.
This place, I'm sure, if you have been one time, you have to come like that 2 or 3 times. That's for sure. So he's the chef in charge of HMB this kitchen, yeah? Chef Ashok, and he's going to do some cooked chicken for you. Spicy.
Compound, right? It's going to pound, right? You get This is also located upstairs on deck 11, right beside Cucina, Capitano on deck 11. And in the lunch hour, it does have our complimentary bar.
He can his walk and a little bit of oil in it, and add a lot of salt and pepper in it, yeah? And a little bit of red chili in it. And then the chili sauce in that. And it touch of soya. Yeah, the chicken, what he added now, he has fried it before, add a little sugar in there, a little bit of sugar in there, and you have the spice usually, and
So bring it down to spice, okay. So Julino is spice and sugar.
And the best part is here, the cashew nut fries.
We've got the cashew nut. Now, it's not allergic to nuts like per se. Do you guys do the cashew nut? You guys are all inclusive of there, aren't you?
Hey guys, it's about 12 o'clock right now. I just watched a little bit of the cooking demonstration and I got a little bit of footage for you guys. I was standing right by the stairwell and people kept walking in front of the camera, so I did the best that I could. I did sneak out of the cruise shore excursion a little early, not too early, because I wanted to go see the cooking demonstration and everything they were going to be talking about in this particular excursion. I've already been to those. I've already got all my excursions booked, but I didn't hear anything that I didn't already know, because this is my 4th trip back to Florence, Rome, and the Naples area, even though I've not really been to Naples other than the last time I took a Mediterranean cruise, or even the land trips. We drove through Naples but didn't stop. I personally just don't care for Naples myself, but I already know what I'm planning on doing in each of these places. I have been studying my maps for weeks now. I've marked them up, so I feel like I am good and ready to go. So my plan for Florence tomorrow is to do the Florence on Your Own, where I'll just get on a bus and we'll be driven there. then I'm just gonna be walking around. I've got a ticket booked to go see the Duomo and climb the tower. I'm a little anxious about that. I'm not sure I'm gonna make it to the top. I will be taking it really slowly. I do think it's supposed to rain, so I may end up staying inside that little church, not little church, but the Duomo and places like that for a while just to get out of the rain. And I do plan on doing some shopping, so I want to hit some of the stores that I was planning on going to in Barcelona but that were closed. But so I want to go into like Chanel, Dior, Gucci, what else? I'll know it when I see it. And I'm not saying I'm going to buy everything at these stores, but I just want to go in and look. I do have a few things on my list that I would like to get. I'm not going to get everything. I've got a budget that I need to stick to, so, but I still want to go look. And if I can, I definitely want to go to the Gucci Museum as well. And I think there's also a Ferragamo museum there. When I attempted to go in 2012, it was closed, so I'm gonna at least try to get to the Gucci Museum and do things like that. Now I'm thinking about going to lunch, even though I'm not really that hungry, because I ate at 9 something. It's only noon. I'm not really hungry, but I want to go to the, I'm trying to think, I can't remember what it's called, something Cucina. They charge at night, but they have make your own pasta bowls or something like that at lunchtime, and that is free. So I was gonna go up there and see what it looks like. I don't know if I'm gonna eat right now, but that is my next plan. And then I'm going to skip tonight is elegant night or formal night. I am going to skip that one tonight. The main reason I'm planning on skipping it is because there's two things I kind of wanted to do tonight. They've got a PG comedy thing that's clean. It's still parental guidance, but it's not the rated R or over 18 one. I kind of wanted to see that, and it's at 5:30, and then the main show is at 7:30, and trying to get dinner or supper and all of that, plus do those two things, I could not do it. So I'm just gonna eat probably in the buffet area just whenever I'm ready. Then go to the comedy show, then go to the main show, and then come back and go to bed. Because I'm gonna have to get up early in the morning. So Cucina del Capitano is where I'm gonna eat lunch, and they had to give me this pager for it, because the restaurant's completely full right now. This is the menu that I've got, and I'm choosing the meat lasagna and some bread. All of that is included basically. It's you don't have to pay extra for it. And if you are a wine drinker, or a beer drinker, you do get charged extra for that. So water would be included, and then you've got a choice of, like, if you want linguine, penne, farfalle, and then you can choose your sauces, and then if you want to add anything extra. I'm gonna go with the lasagna and some bread today. So I'm kind of sat over here in the corner, which I actually kind of like it because I can see out in the restaurant. It's pretty cool. So she just brought me a piece of bread. I'm gonna save that. I don't know what's on the bottom. I'm just gonna save that with my lasagna, I think. I've got to tell you that lasagna was interesting. It wasn't a bad flavor. It was just not quite what I had in mind. It was a meat lasagna, and the meat in it was like shredded beef. It was almost just like that brisket I had last night, and it kind of just messed with my mind a little bit. So I would not get that again, but I do plan on the next sea days going back there to lunch and maybe doing the farfalle with Alfredo and chicken, and did they have broccoli or something? Maybe that. I think I'll do that the next sea day that we have for lunch. So I'm back in my room. It still hasn't been cleaned yet, which is fine. It's not that big of a deal, but it's like 1:15 or so. So still haven't met the cabin steward, which is weird because normally you meet them on the first day and then you see them all the time, and I'm sure I've seen him out in the hall because there's a bunch of the stewards, and they work so hard. They've got a lot to do, so it's no big deal that it's not been clean. It's just I find it strange that I haven't really actually met him. They usually introduce themselves early on, so I don't know what's up with that. I think I'm gonna go sit out on my balcony, probably gonna put my PJs on because it is cold outside, but I wanna make use of it. I'm sitting out on the balcony. I've got 2 of the beach towels on. I've got my coat on, but I'm like, I'm gonna enjoy this balcony. I need to get warm. But it is, it's windy, but if you kind of get down below this railing, it's blocked a little bit. So really, it's only hitting the top of my head. So I brought my iPad out here, so I'm just gonna either read a book or watch something I've recorded for a little while, and then, you know, head out and do some more activities later. This may be a little dark in here. I was trying to play around with the settings to see if the lighting was okay, but this is the best I can get it. I feel like it kind of lightens up and goes darker. I don't know what it is. It is about 4 minutes to 9, so it is kind of dark outside. I wanted to catch you up before I ended the video for the evening. I had recorded some footage and I went back and watched, and I had a bit of a little confusion on my part, or misunderstanding-ish on my part, and I did a little bit of a rant, so I went back and watched that, and I decided to delete that footage. I will tell you what was going on, but I decided to take the rant off because I don't think it's necessary at all. There was a lot of confusion, I believe, on multiple of the passengers' part, not just mine, based on some things that I'm hearing. So after I think the last footage that I had was me out on the deck, and I didn't stay out there very long. It was really, really cold. So I came back in here, and I don't remember exactly what time that was. I know it was after lunch. And I had not had my cabin made up all day. And I don't even care about the bed that much, except for the towel animal, because I want my towel animal in the evening. And I have one tonight, so I'm going to show you that in a minute. But let me tell you, if you've never taken a cruise, the towel animals are what you get every night, and they are so much fun. I just love the towel animals. But let me back up. Normally, they will make up the cabins twice a day, once in the morning, and then they will do turn down service and then pick up any, if you got any towels that are wet, they'll pick those up, and then just kind of straighten up what is, they can straighten up, because sometimes it depends on where you put your stuff. Anyway, had not had any service all day long. So it was about, I want to say maybe 4:30-ish, somewhere around in there. Or maybe a little bit later. I hadn't had it all day. Oh, I know what it was. I went to the comedy, and it was a PG version, so they said it was kid-friendly. I would say it was not kid-friendly. I mean, it depends on the age of the kid. Maybe a teenager-ish, 12, 13, somewhere around in there, and older. I mean, most of it went over the heads of smaller kids, but there was drug references made, and I just thought it was a little tacky. He didn't use any foul language in it, which I think is what made it PG. As far as the topics of stuff that he talked about, he did say he pretty much offends everybody. He's like, you know, he said, I don't hate anybody, and then he went on, you know, he said everybody's equal opportunity to basically be talked about during his comedy act. I didn't appreciate, some of the stuff was really funny, but I didn't appreciate a lot of what he said. I just thought it was distasteful, a little bit of stuff, but anyway, that's enough about that. So I came back from the comedy, and I came back to my room. Still has not been made up, and I overheard somebody said housekeeping out in the hall, and it was towards one of my neighbor's rooms. Oh, wait a minute, let me back up. I'm trying to remember the sequence of events. When I had prior gone out, I asked another lady in the hall, I said, I just happened to see her, and I was like, has your cabin been made up? And she's like, no, not at all. She said, I just cleaned it myself. And I'm thinking, this is really strange. And then there appeared to be some sort of water leak. I think it may have been an overflowed toilet, because down the hall, this way behind me, it smelled like somebody had peed out in the hall. It doesn't smell that way anymore, thank goodness. But anyway, I was like, what is going on? And then at one point I lost all water pressure in the bathroom sink, and I'm thinking, ooh, we got issues here. So came back down, fast forward, came back down from the comedy. Still, the room has not been cleaned, and I'm going, what is going on? Then that's when I heard housekeeping at the next room over, or maybe 2 rooms down, and I will admit I was eavesdropping on their conversation because they were pretty loud, and I heard the gentleman say, do not come to my room at 8:30. You got to come, wait after that, come at 9, and they were not happy, so I don't know what the situation was. So I ended up calling and asking for some towels because I didn't have any washcloths. I really just needed washcloths. I was good on towels. And the cabin steward brought them, and I asked him, I said, do you want to take the wet ones? And he said, oh, I'll be back. And I said, well, I just wasn't sure because I didn't, you know, the room wasn't made up this morning. And he said, oh, you were still asleep. And I was like, huh? How do you know I was still asleep? I'm like, did you come in and look at me? But I said, well, what time do you come in? He said, between 8:30 and 12:30 is what time he cleans the rooms. And it hit me. I had the thing on the door, the do not disturb sign that says snoozing, on the door until 9:30. So when he came down, I still had that sign on the door. I had just woken up at 8:30, so that I just didn't know what time. So that kind of explained the whole thing. And I had gone on a whole rant about how the service wasn't very good in this respect, in the steward levels respect, but I was wrong. I was very, very wrong on that. And that's why I deleted the footage, because I wanted that rant gone. It was just, again, misunderstanding. I didn't know what was going on because I had slept late, and normally don't sleep to 8:30. That is so foreign to me. And I definitely probably will not be doing that again the rest of this cruise. So anyway, my bed has been turned down, and I'm going to show you the towel animal. I will say the one true complaint that I have about this room, I think it's a great cabin. I love the balcony, even though it's cold. I love, love, love having that. Then the only complaint I have about the room is the sheets. I don't know what the thread count is, and I know they probably got the cheapest stuff they could find. They are very rough, and I had to put on like a sweatshirt last night, or a long sleeve shirt, because it was like just uncomfortable, the sheets were. And it's like I wanted my arms covered because it was it just kind of, just the material just didn't feel good. So that's my number one complaint. I said that was originally my only complaint. There was one other thing. There is some sort of squeaky noise coming from the balcony area, and it comes and goes. Oh, it just went dark again. It comes and goes during the night. So, and it did it during the daytime too. I can't hear it right now, and maybe because I'm talking, but when it gets really quiet, I can hear that. And I was like, what is that? And I still haven't figured it out. I've just figured out that it came from outside. So I have done enough rambling, so I want to show you the towel animal right now. It is so cute. I think it's a dog. Sometimes I don't know what these things are. At some point during the cruises, they usually have a towel animal demonstration on how to make these, and I've done it several times, and I'm no good at them at all. But there that is. And then we've got our fun times right here, and this is some sort of thing about, let's see, they're having a Victoria's Secret. This is the first Victoria's Secret, not only on a Carnival ship, but a first Victoria's Secret at sea. There's never been one before on any ship, according to what we found out today. They had the grand opening today, and I went for about a few minutes, but it was all crowded, and I couldn't see past the crowd. And then I was like, well, I don't even care about a grand opening of an underwear store, so I left. The only reason I even went was because it was just something to do, but I didn't stay very long. So, but this is pretty cool. They have started doing this. I haven't never noticed that before. They will put your names on these papers. So that is a little something that I think is fabulous. They do have this Carnival Hub app that they are pushing people all the time to download, and I do have that on my iPad. I think eventually they will stop printing this stuff, and I do know in the past they printed, they would have like a recycle bin for them, but I have not seen those, which I think is weird because I know they are going to be throwing these away basically. And I also wanted to show this little gift that I got. Let me see if I can do this one-handed. I've never gotten something like this before, and it is from Carnival, so I believe all of the passengers got these, and these are keychains for the inaugural sailing. Oh, I hope that it's not coming in clear, is it? Well, I don't think it's going to come in clear. I have talked quite a bit this evening. I don't know what these vlogs are going to turn out to be like. It may just be me sitting here chatting to you guys. I'm going to go ahead and say goodnight for now, and tomorrow is Florence. I am so excited for Florence, even though it's going to be raining. Hopefully it won't be raining all day. Florence is one of my most favorite cities in Italy, and I love it. It's a small enough city that you can just walk around from one side to the next, and it doesn't take you that long. I've got my excursion is Florence on your own, and so I'm going to be getting on one of the buses, and then they'll drop us off, give us a map, drop us off, and then tell us when to meet them back. And I am going to do some shopping. I have also booked a not really a tour, but a ticket to go into the Duomo, and I'm going to attempt to climb up to the top of the Duomo. I can also do the bell tower climb. I don't know that I'm going to do both of them, but I am going to try to do the Duomo climb. It may take me an hour, but I'm going to attempt it. So, and I'll be taking you guys with me as well. I keep looking up this thing. I haven't done a whole lot of vlogging on it until this trip, maybe once or twice before, and I keep looking at myself up in the viewfinder. I apologize for that. I'm supposed to look right there. Anyway, good night, guys. I hope you guys are having a great day whenever you watch this, and Florence will be next. Good night, everybody.